Have you ever wondered why the Industrial Revolution, a pivotal point in human history, began in England and not elsewhere? This intriguing question takes us back in time, to a period of profound change that spanned roughly from the mid-18th to the mid-19th centuries. This was a time when our ancestors began to swap their hand tools for power-driven machines, a seismic shift that forever changed the way we live and work. From around 1760 to 1840, the world saw a flurry of inventions and technological advancements that fueled this revolution. The steam engine roared to life, the power loom transformed the textile industry, and the iron and steel industries grew exponentially. This was no ordinary era, it was a period of accelerated progress that marked a decisive break from the past and ushered in the modern world as we know it. But why did it all start in England? This is the heart of our exploration today. What was it about this relatively small island nation that made it the cradle of the Industrial Revolution? What unique conditions existed there that allowed such a transformative era to take root? Historians point to a multitude of factors: England's abundance of coal and iron ore, the country's well-developed trade networks, and a political climate that encouraged innovation. But these are just the broad strokes of a much more complex picture. The reality is that the birth of the Industrial Revolution in England was the result of a unique blend of social, economic, and geographical circumstances that came together at just the right moment in history. Now that we've set the stage, let's delve into the reasons why England was the birthplace of this incredible era. As we peel back the layers of history, we'll uncover the intricate interplay of factors that paved the way for industrialization, shaping not just England but the world at large. So buckle up for a journey into the past as we explore the dawn of a new era. England in the 18th century was a unique blend of circumstances ripe for the onset of the Industrial Revolution. As we delve into this intriguing period of history, we find that England was well equipped for the revolution, thanks to a cocktail of favorable factors. Firstly, England's political stability was a crucial cornerstone. The country was relatively peaceful, and the government was supportive of economic growth. This stability and security provided a safe environment for industrial growth and innovation. Secondly, England was blessed with abundant natural resources. Coal and iron, the lifeblood of the Industrial Revolution, were found in plenty. These resources were not only used to power and build machinery, but also to construct the infrastructure necessary for industrialization. Then there was England's robust trade routes. England had an extensive network of navigable rivers and canals which allowed for the efficient transportation of goods. This was complemented by the country's strong maritime tradition. England's naval prowess and its strategic location made it a hub for international trade, providing a ready market for its industrial products. Moreover, England had a growing population. The increase in people led to a rise in demand for goods, creating a market for the products of industrialization. It also meant a larger labor force, ready to work in the new factories. But it wasn't just about the numbers. England's population was also becoming more urbanized and literate. This urbanization led to a concentration of labor and resources, while literacy allowed for the spread of new ideas and technologies. Finally, let's not forget about England's pioneering spirit. The country was home to a host of inventors and innovators, who were not afraid to challenge the status quo and push the boundaries of what was possible. With all these factors combined, England was poised for an era of rapid industrial growth. So, when the sparks of the Industrial Revolution started to fly, England provided the perfect tinderbox for the flames of progress to catch and spread. The Industrial Revolution did not stay confined to England's borders. It began to spread, reshaping the world. As the steam engine's rhythmic chug echoed across the English countryside, the world watched with bated breath. The Industrial Revolution, born in England, was ready to cross borders. Belgium, France, and the United States were among the first to embrace this era of change. Belgium, with its rich coal and iron deposits, was a natural choice for the revolution's second home. It wasn't long before the country was dotted with factories, their smokestacks reaching for the skies, a testament to the new age of industry. Across the Channel, France was next in line. Despite the upheaval of the French Revolution, the country embraced industrialization, albeit at a slower pace. The textile industry, powered by the spinning jenny and the power loom, revolutionized French fashion and paved the way for the country's industrial future. And then there was the United States, a young nation brimming with potential. Here, the Industrial Revolution took root in the Northeast, transforming cities like Lowell and Manchester into booming industrial hubs. Cotton mills sprang up along the riverbanks, turning raw material from the southern plantations into fine fabrics. But what facilitated this spread of industrialization? The answer lies in advancements in transportation and communication. Steamships and railways shrunk the world, enabling the rapid exchange of goods and ideas. The telegraph, the precursor to today's internet, allowed for instant communication across vast distances, accelerating the pace of change. So, the seeds of the Industrial Revolution, sown in England, found fertile ground in other nations. These countries adopted and adapted the revolutionary techniques and technologies, fueling their own industrial growth. And as they did, they changed not just their own landscapes, but the very fabric of the world. As the revolution spread, it began to shape the world as we know it. While the Industrial Revolution was transforming some countries, others remained largely untouched until much later. Now you might be wondering, why did some nations lag behind? Why didn't they immediately jump on the bandwagon of progress? The reasons, as it turns out, are as diverse and complicated as the countries themselves. Firstly, geographical isolation played a significant role. For countries nestled deep in mountain ranges or spread across islands, the exchange of ideas and technologies wasn't as swift or straightforward as in interconnected Europe. The high mountains of South America or the vast deserts of Africa, for instance, made the spread of industrialization more challenging. Political instability also hindered progress. Nations embroiled in internal conflicts or under colonial rule often lacked the stability necessary for industrial development. For example, many African and Asian countries, still under the yoke of colonial powers, were exploited for their resources rather than developed industrially. Lastly, the lack of resources was a massive roadblock for some. Without access to coal, iron, or even sufficient manpower, countries found it difficult to kickstart their own industrial revolutions. This was particularly true for smaller nations with limited natural resources. But what were the consequences of this late bloom? Well, the delay in industrialization led to economic disparities that persist to this day. Countries that industrialized early had a head start, amassing wealth and power that gave them an advantage on the world stage. In contrast, late bloomers often found themselves playing catch-up, struggling to close the gap. Moreover, late industrialization meant a continued reliance on traditional methods of production. Many societies remained agrarian for much longer, with farming and handicrafts continuing to be the primary means of livelihood. This reliance on traditional methods often inhibited the growth and development of these nations. The timing of the Industrial Revolution had lasting impacts, some of which can still be seen today. The echoes of this period reverberate through our modern world, reminding us that the path to progress is neither straightforward nor uniform. It is a journey filled with twists and turns, advances and setbacks that continues to shape our world in countless ways. The Industrial Revolution, kick-started in England, has shaped our modern world in countless ways. It was a transformative era that changed the course of civilization, shifting us from the agrarian societies of old into a world powered by machines, factories, and unprecedented innovation. Remember how we traced the revolution's roots back to England? The country had all the right ingredients: an abundance of natural resources, a strong economic structure, and a climate ripe for industrial growth. Coupled with a surge in population and the advent of new technologies, England was poised to lead the world into an industrial age. From this British genesis, the revolution spread across Europe and beyond. It was a wildfire of progress, sparked by the dissemination of ideas, technology, and the allure of increased productivity. Countries like Germany and the United States caught on quickly, harnessing the power of industrialization to fuel their own economic growth. Yet, not all nations were quick to join the industrial bandwagon. Some, due to geographical isolation, political instability, or lack of resources, were late to the party. This delay in industrialization has had far-reaching consequences, contributing to economic disparities that persist to this day. The Industrial Revolution, while a period of great progress, also brought about significant challenges. It led to urban crowding, harsh working conditions, and environmental degradation. It's important to remember these aspects as well, as they remind us of the potential pitfalls of rapid, unchecked progress. In essence, the Industrial Revolution was a game-changer. It set the stage for the modern era, shaping our societies, economies, and lifestyles in ways we still feel today. As we understand why it began in England, how it spread, and why some countries were late adopters, we gain a deeper appreciation of our past. As we reflect on the past, we gain insights into the dynamics of progress and innovation, shaping our understanding of the world today and tomorrow. These insights remind us that history is not just about remembering dates and events, but about understanding the forces that shape our world.